Alright, so two things I want to say real quick. Thanks, Chicken, for making this map, and also this is going to be very quiet. So if you're watching this, just might want to skip forward. Because any time I talk, it's just going to be random. Well, let's begin this walk. I'm gonna stay on the road so I can make this go as long as I can. Can I mute my microphone? Or no? No, I can't. Well, doesn't matter. Alright. It's weird that there's scout legs behind Demoman. Yeah, I think that's what's covering the ground. Well, I'm probably gonna talk about some things I want to talk about. So how do I feel about, let's say, TFVR right now? I like it. It's great. One of the best things I found on Contractors. Some of the best thing I found ever. It's so interesting how simple it is, but how well it works. Most of the guys are super simple. Heavy has a minigun, Scout has a shotgun. But with how well they make everything work together, it makes it have a beautiful ending. Oh, someone joined the game. It's called Rain. I don't think he knows I'm recording this. He doesn't. I know he doesn't. Why did I say that? He'll probably leave eventually. Yeah, I think he left. Well, and also really think about it. They're doing this for nothing. No money, and any money they get is probably going directly back into the mod. There's very little monetary value that's going to them. And most of them are just doing this for fun, which is great with how far they've made it. We went from basic avatar, the basic contractor's avatar, and just scout shotgun and the normal shotgun, to fully designed models and engineer and all these different models and all these different cool abilities. It's just mind blowing to me. Oh, okay. That's a little interesting. But when you really think about it, the devs, they're doing a great job. And yes, some people can say, oh, but they're taking forever to make new weapons, or, oh, they're taking forever to do anything. Sometimes you gotta understand, it takes time to do anything. And most of them are doing this for free. So think about it. Have you ever done something hard that's not entertaining at all, not fun at all, and doing it for free, and doing it for long stretches of time, no. You're most likely just going to stop wanting to do it. But they're still going. Honestly, I'm gonna turn off my microphone so they don't hear me, because it might be a little weird talking to myself. So, but honestly, the devs, they're great. I was thinking about this earlier. I was thinking about talking about a tier list of devs. Honestly, all the devs are amazing. But some of them are just a little hard to connect to, because they either A, don't talk as much, or don't expose themselves to friendship as much. Like Chicken. We don't really hear much from them. Like, sometimes they do talk, sometimes they don't. But we don't hear much personal details about them. While Scatter, we hear a bunch about her. All this stuff, how she's doing, and in case she's in trouble or bad things happen to her. And she's a lot more easy to talk to and learn about her. But some of the other devs, they're just as nice, but you don't still get to hear about them. Like Iconic. I like Iconic. Some of their maps are very interesting, and some of their projects they're working on is really cool. But still doesn't talk much. And you can still get connected. Well, let's just talk about random stuff. So, weapons I'd like to see for TFVR, and also other things I've heard about and would like to talk about. So, in the Discord, a lot of people are talking, and there were some suggestions for custom weapons, which I like. The idea of custom weapons as its own separate attachment to the game, which is very interesting when you think about it, because TF2 Classic and stuff like that is its own game, which would be very cool to see added and played. And there's scales coming towards me, but it'd be very interesting to see it playing and working. And Saxton Hale would be cool. But these things take time, so it's understandable it will take a while before we get any real new weapons or modes. So, and I honestly do feel that the game culture does mix with the TFVR culture, because of how goofy and funny it is. But sometimes there are some toxic players, almost exactly like TF2, which is great, because that means that there's a culture in TF2 VR, and it's not just some people coming from TF2 looking at it and then leaving. It's people who are staying here. It's people who are not even from TF2 coming over, seeing it, and liking it, which is amazing. Think about it. Think about spending hours working on your game, and not only getting players from people from games that you're referencing off of, but getting new players into that game. It makes it to where your community is always going to be constantly growing. And there's scouts coming towards me. I'm guessing they just want to get to the end, but let's talk about maps. A lot of the maps, there's very few, but a lot of them are great. Some of them not as well oftenly played because of one or two reasons, but most of them are amazing. Frontier, one of the best ones that I like. It's great, sure, it has its glitches, but that Scout's really creepy. Hello, Scout, how are you doing? Alright. But some of the maps are amazing. Badwater, perfect translation, looks beautiful. But Barn Blitz, it's a great translation still. It's just a little glitchy. And some of the maps that we don't play like a lot, like let's say, some of Iconic's maps, like the Minecraft Trade Plaza, or what is this Scout doing? Hold on, I think the Scout's trying to jump on my head. All right, there we go. So some of the least played maps. Oh my god, I can't walk. All right, hold on, I can't walk. I gotta keep walking. Scout boy. Alright, here's our other Scout. Hello, Scout. Well, but some of Iconic's maps that are more jokey, more community maps are less played, while the more serious maps such as Badwater, Frontier, and Hightower are always played because they're always pretty decent. And they're never horrible or bad. But some of the issues do show up sometimes. Since VR boomed in a world full of younger children, there's a lot of kids that you have to deal with in these servers. Such as Timmy, who's 12 and doesn't know what TF2 VR is, or what TF2 is. And you have to slowly guide him through the game. And that's great, because that's a new player for TF2, and a new player for TF2 VR, which is great. But the issue is when there's people who are very toxic for no reason, and play this game just berate people, or to talk shit about people. But still, the cons are definitely outweighed by the pros. The pros of seeing this blossoming community of VR players is crazy. And as we slowly walk into the Neverlands, I think it's always a great thing to look back and think about the greatness that came from this. And Jesus Christ, why are so many people joining this game? But even the more jokey games where it's melee only, or stupid stuff, like just chilling, talking, hitting each other randomly, it's fun. But I do have some grievances with TF2 VR. But most of my grievances are either nitpicks, small things that could be fixed that just take time, or are just stupid things that just happen because of coding or how maps are made. Like Hightower. In Hightower, there's this nail in front of spawns, which makes it really hard to get up into spawns. And also, hold on, I'm gonna adjust this. It's really hard to get into spawn when you hop off. And it can get really annoying. And that's just simply just how they translated it over, and how it's just a pain in the neck. And that's just one map. Other maps are amazingly good. And what does this Scout want? But some of the maps are amazingly good. Even the more simpler maps, like this one. It's got its charm. Just the idea of walking, talking to people, and just spending your time chilling out, not constantly having to worry about people coming in and try-harding, and just killing you over and over again. Even though it's purely meant for a joke, I think you can tell why. But And obviously, the milestones are just randomly funny. Like, it's just random. But, man, I'm already running into things to talk about. Um, let's talk about the future of TF2 VR. The future of it. So, for TF2 VR to continuously live on, it's gonna need updates and stuff like that. But for the future, the far off future, the future that you'd have to take a ball and fling like a year away, would be very interesting when you think about it. Weapons that don't exist in normal TF2, or maps that are completely new and made up, or are from just the Steam Workshop. Fixes to classes that need those fixes. Adjustments to classes that needed them. And a bunch of new systems. Systems that don't exist in TF2. Like the backstab system. Even from the little bits that we've heard, like the little dribbles, it already sounds cool. Making it seem like you're actually in control. That's the one thing that's great about this mod. You always feel like you're controlling everything. Pyro, you have to press a button to air blast. It's not just something that you think of and then it pops. Heavy, you have to press trigger and hold the gun and aim just to shoot your gun. And oh Jesus Christ, what does this guy want? But it just always feels great because you're feeling the power of the weapons. You're feeling the control. Even from simple stuff like shooting Heavy's gun or jumping around a scout. You always feel the power of the weapons. You understand how much force is behind these things. And just in the far off future, it's gonna be cool to see the ideas behind some of these other weapons, like the Phlogistinator. It's such a simple idea, but with what they could do with it, could be crazy. Tons. Super simple, but some crazy applications can be added. And the idea of a backstab. People playing Spy. That just seems crazy to me. And just weird. This is one creepy scout. Just stares at me every so often. But in the future, it'd be great to see some of the updates they can come up with. Weapons, ideas, hats. And with how simple this game is right now, well, not simple, there's a lot of complex stuff in here, but with how simple the idea is right now, it's gonna be crazy when we see some far-fledged ideas. Oh, try not to fall. It's weird walking in VR. You're walking, but you're not. The world is moving underneath you, but you're not. Which is weird in VR, but not weird in normal games. Because in normal games, you just walk. In flat PC games, you can walk forward and you know that this isn't a world around you, this is a world around the character. But in VR, it's just weird, because this is a 3D space moving around you while you move forward. While you stand entirely still. in real world. Just weird thoughts, crazy stuff. I'm gonna be in so much pain after this. Why did I choose to do this? Let's continue talking about chicken. Let's continue talking about them. They're a great person. Their maps, great. I like CP Orange. Especially the grappling hook. That's really cool. It's just a really simple idea. Just really, really cool. And even this map. Super, super simple. Supposed to be a meme map. But simple can be fun. Sometimes you don't want to play Badwater. You don't want to spend your time pushing the cart or getting the highest kill streaks. Sometimes you simply just want to talk to people. Talk to people, joke around, and sometimes, like this scout is doing, jump around. And just the simple walk of slowly getting towards our goal. Which is kind of what you think about when you think of TF2 VR. The slow march towards the completed game. And honestly, I don't think this game will ever be complete. Not in a sense of, oh, they'll eventually abandon it, but no. More of a, it'll never be done, because there will always be more to add. More ideas for the mod, more weapons, more hats. There will always be more stuff to add. As long as the Steam Workshop can't speak exists, there will always be new ideas. Even simple stuff like weapons or other hats, which is very interesting. And I honestly don't think that TF2 VR will be like TF2. They just already feel so separate, other than the whole VR point of view. But think about it. In TF2, it's clicks of buttons. But in VR, it's moving your arms, fighting against kickback, and sometimes just beating people. But there's just so much differences between them two. Alright. But hey, we're pretty close there. Honestly, I thought this would take a lot longer than I thought it would. I think this has been a few minutes? I don't know. Maybe a few minutes. And we're getting pretty close. Maybe halfway there. Maybe a little less. But let's talk about some other things. I'm gonna start talking to be like a stupid one of those meme things you see. It's all like school memes. But I don't know. My questions are, is what happened to Moon? We heard that they were working on something, I think, but we haven't seen much of them. And DeGroot feels like it's been left behind. It got an update, but I think the update was just a slight little thing. That was really it. And it's really sad seeing maps get left behind. Speaking of maps getting left behind, Left 4 Pills, I think that's what his name was, or their name was. But they were a map maker in this community a little while ago, and they made two, maybe more maps. One was Cross, I think that was the name, and the other was Harvest. Crossed was pretty fun. It was a very simple map, but very cool. And then there was Harvest, which is again simple but cool. And then one day, gone. And I was so confused. I was like, what happened? What happened to the maps? And I think I asked Scatter, and she said, or whoever answered me, said that Left 4 Pills had decided to leave because of not wanting to make their maps better and stuff like that. But who knows? It may have just been personal differences or just not happiness with how the community was going. But who knows? If anything, it was just paths dividing. But hey, we got one of those maps back. Sure, it's not as well played as most of the other maps, but hey. And honestly, let's talk about things me personally think would be good for the TF2 VR mod. Some good things for the mod right now would be fixes. Some fixes for Sniper, maybe some fixes for Heavy. And honestly, some of the work they've already did is great. The issue with shooting around corners, it was fixed such a long time ago. It's just so cool. Because back in the day, a Heavy could just point his gun around the corner and just fire away, and never have to worry about the enemy team. But now, if he tried to do that same stunt, impossible. Can't shoot his gun. And some of the stuff they did, just really cool. Making Engineer more fair by making it to where he can't grab two buildings. Because think about it. Imagine if an Engineer could pick up his dispenser and sentry at the same time. Runs up to a Heavy, places down both, and starts whacking his sentry. And when his dispenser is fully built, he can just have a base there. It would make it impossible for anyone to stop an Engineer from pushing forward. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Honestly, a lot of the people here and on the Discord are really just people wanting to play a game. And it's really fun just playing the game. The scout's squaring up with me. Oh, my back's already hurting. Well, I think we're almost there. Oh, hold on. I have a phone call. It was a scam call. That was weird. Well, let's talk about Scatter and what she's done for our community. Look at these fingers. They may be blocky, but they're beautiful. Amazing models. Scout, look at Scout. Just amazing. And that's great. She does such a good job modeling and doing stuff for it. That's why, if I had to make a tier list, which I totally didn't make up in my own mind, Scatter would be S tier. I don't really know the boss, other than the weird messages we saw, and we're going to continue seeing. That's really all we get. Some messages, and they're the boss. I don't know what all the devs do and what they're done, but a lot of the devs, they deserve praise, man. A lot of praise. With how much they've done and how much they're wanting to do, it's just all this for free on a $20 game with a mod kit who hates them and a just world that just wants to fight them on every step. Unity wanting to make you pay 10 cents for every installation. The SDK never getting updated. They care more about their more battle royale game than their actual game that people actually care about. What a little goofy scout. And just the simple fun of TF2. But some of the issues that they have to fight with, it just makes them seem like they're just Sisyphus. Just constantly fighting and pushing that boulder up just for something to get pulled out from under them and for it to roll all the way back down. The supposed sniper update we were supposed to get supposedly glitched out and broke someone's computer. Which, that sucks. Think about putting all that hard work and time into making the update, and then boom, someone's computer crashes, and you can't upload that update anymore. And that even sucks for the player, because something that could have been new, cool, failed for no one's fault. It was just a simple mistake of a computer that screwed us out of an update. But then again, there's a few questions that a lot of us have about this mod. Like, what's gonna be new? When are we gonna get an update? And what's gonna be in the update? We'll probably never get these answers because they want to keep us entertained whenever we get a cool update. They don't want to go, here, this is what we're gonna give you, and then just let y'all leave. They want to keep us excited, pumped up for the next update. So, and every time we see at everyone in the announcements, we'll always click on. We're almost there. Man, this has been a long walk. But sometimes a long walk is all you need to get a good product. And sometimes when people say, when are we gonna get there? You have to say, when we're there. If you can't get it, I'm making a joke about how every single time everyone asks for something, they say, when it's ready. This scout is really, really committed to just chillaxing and sitting here. Hold on, I got a notification. I'll keep walking while I check my phone. I swear to God, if it's this school. Oh, hey, look, your son's failing Spanish. I get every single time I check my phone. Oh, hold on. I accidentally turned off my music. And I've been around for a little while, and I've seen some of the crazy stuff they had to deal with. One of the funniest things that was always really funny to me was the when Scout could fly thing, which was really, really funny. But everybody blew a sigh of relief when it finally got fixed and Scout couldn't fly anymore. I don't know if anyone watching this would get this far, but if anyone can remember that map where any class could equip any other class's weapons, and you could be any character, and it was a super simple map, very small, and it was very far in the past. I want to know what happened to that map. I wonder if it was just a simple TFVR got an update, and it just didn't work anymore, so they removed it, or if it just decided it wasn't that good. And I hope in the future we get another version, or just a remake. I'll even take a little CP Orange where you can just equip any weapon. Hey. People's eyes. What's really interesting music is it shows you some of the craziest stuff, and it also can show you the emotions you hide from yourself. Some of my favorite music is from these people called the Rare Americans. Super simple music, but great. Heaven Kitchen is one of my favorite. Rhythm Kitchen, Rhythm, gotta remember the name. Great song. So come here to remember, so come here to forget. Simple line, great, I just love it. If Chicken hears this, it's gonna be really funny. Cock supremacy. Cock supremacy. But, yeah. Cock and balls. Oh, this is interesting. You see the line where he added more road? Alright, I'm gonna focus back onto what I was talking about. Even just the simple idea of the music in this game. Medics, Uber. Just simple stuff like that. Really fun. PB Jealous is gonna be in here for a while. I don't want to read that name, but it's kind of funny. But one of the things I really don't like about some of the people in this game, they're really, really rude for no reason. Why play a game just to fight with other people? Just to argue? Just to scream? Just to yell? Just to try to hurt someone's feelings? Just for playing a game? And also, let me say something. I hate the people who kick snipers in this game for no reason. Sniper is, I would guess, the most kicked class in this game. And I am totally not speaking from experience of maybe a few friends, but still, it's weird that... Oh, please don't end this. I really don't want to have to restart this again. So this, I hope Contractor adds to where we can see who initiates the votes. Because it's really, really annoying seeing people spam over and over again the vote option. It's just annoying. And TF2, it has its fixes. It's like has a few minutes in between each voting session and stuff like that. But the issue is with how short games are nowadays, with these games, 2 minutes isn't long enough, isn't short enough for people to get rid of the people. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'll take that friend request. We're almost there. I think that's a heavy statue. Yes. A walk. In... It's nice to talk to someone while I'm doing this. But I'm just gonna stop talking right now, because I'm really tired. Imagine if this is what heaven was like. just a long, long walk to the next life. Just an empty road, soft asphalt, some people dotting the road as you slowly walk, walk, and walk till the end. A gate spanning thousands of miles wide, waiting for you to walk through those doors and be reborn anew. Alright, let's not think about that because that's kind of scary. But Mrs. Blue. Let's talk about that while I have the memory of it. Great, great thing. It's just so crazily good. But its story, I've never really understood its story. Its story is very complicated. Oh, another message. A bucket of chicken. Wanna do it? Hold on, I gotta finish the line. Bucket of chicken. I'm gonna do it. Oh, where'd it go? Truly a masterpiece of a map. Yes, sir. Salute to the chicken cock, to the cock overlords. I said cock like 4 times now. There's gonna be someone that is like, oh, I doubt he actually went through this whole thing as heavy, and he's gonna skip ahead, and he's gonna hear me say cock 3 times as he skips through. It's gonna be funny. But, oh, we're almost there. I'm probably going to delete this video off my headset because it's going to take up a lot of space. I wonder if we can get to that heavy. I'll get over there, then head over there, extend the video. Oh, Mr. Powcow. I know that guy. Does the road continue? I haven't explored the map after the first update, so I don't really know what's going on. I thought this would be the end. I think we're still going after this. Oh, Mr. Powcow died. I think that's an extension of the road. Well... And you can start to hear the music. And this is the continuation of the sus messages we hear from the boss. Continuing on to the road. Good thing I have this extension, this battery pack on the back of my head, because this would take forever and heavy. It is taking forever and heavy. Chicken has done a good job making this map long as hell. A walk through hell. Wait, hold on, I remember. G. It's just a hope. Don't pay attention to the fact that I can't spell. That chicken's ass is poking out the bucket. My man PB has been here with me this entire time. Mr. Pow Cow has probably been walking for a while now. Oh. No. Good job, chicken. You scared the shit out of me. Good job. You scared the absolute fuck out of me. I'm not doing that again. Alright, that's the end of this. Goodbye.